Hey everybody, today we're going to be finding out if this probe, the temperature probe, actually works as Ninja says it will on the Ninja PossibleCooker Pro with the additional temperature probe. I bought this a few weeks ago. We're going to find out if it works today. Are you ready? Me too. Let's go. I bought the Ninja PossibleCooker Pro about 2 months ago. What really drove my attention to this slow cooker is this piece right here, which is the temperature probe. Now I did a video on this. I talked about this, about how impressed I was that the Ninja PossibleCooker Pro has this feature, because it's a really great feature when you're cooking to temperature. And it'll shut off and you won't overcook things, as happens so many times when you're using a slow cooker or an air fryer. However, I've been reluctant to make the video. I've actually cooked quite a few things in the Ninja PossibleCooker Pro, but I've never yet used the probe. And to be honest, this is what I bought it for. And I want to say thank you to Carbon, who reminded me, hey Peter, you have not done that video yet, and I'm interested in seeing what happens. Carbon, thanks for staying on me. I appreciate it. This is really for you and for all the others who are interested in, does this work or does it not work? Now, if you have other Ninja products, as I do, that have the temperature sensor probes, you know that they work well sometimes and they don't work well other times. It's just the way it is. I have actually gone to using third-party probes whenever I'm cooking on the grills, because I don't trust the Ninja probes on the grills. It's just the way it is. Sometimes I'll use both. Sometimes I'll use the third-party probes. Sometimes I'll use the Ninja probes and to see how they turn out. And almost every time the Ninja probes are actually showing lower temps than what the third-party probes are showing. Then I will use an instant read thermometer and check, and I'll find out that the third-party probe was actually correct, and the Ninja probe was actually 10 to 15 degrees lower than what it actually should have been reading. Today I'm going to be making this beautiful 5-pound chicken in the Ninja PossibleCooker Pro, and this is one I picked up yesterday. Carmen, I went to the grocery store just for you so that I could pick up this chicken, and we'll be putting that in the cooker. Now this chicken is a 5.5-pound chicken. I saw some in the refrigerated section as big as 8 pounds. I can't imagine that, but I picked out one that's about 5.5 pounds. I took this rack out because I needed the clearance for the chicken and the lid. So that's why I took out the rack. I guess you could be putting smaller pieces of protein on here, or also some vegetables if you're going to steam, and that's the way that works out. Now, in the chicken, I went ahead and cleaned it out and I washed it. And then on the inside, I put in this seasoning. It's just a roast chicken seasoning from Kinder's. Sometimes I'll use their seasoning called the blend. It's just a salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. But today I'm going to be using that, and also, some of the tricks that my people that I admire, Ina Garten, the Barefoot Contessa, she always makes great roast chicken, and so she always puts lemon and also onion inside the chicken. I've also used some of this seasoning inside the chicken, so I seasoned that liberally already inside. So right now I'm just going to be putting in the onion and also the lemon inside that chicken. Just going to squeeze it in there as best we can. I'm actually going to put both lemons in there, but not, that's about 1/4 of an onion that I put in that space into the inside of the chicken. Now let me go wash my hands real quick because I touched the chicken, and I'll be back and I'll show you what else I'm going to do prior to putting it in the pan. Be right back. Now the other thing I'm going to do to the chicken, I've already dried it, washed it off, dried it. I'm going to be spraying a couple of, or just a little bit of olive oil onto the chicken. I apologize, this is not olive oil. This is just a vegetable oil. I don't think it's important to waste good quality olive oil when you're cooking something like this. Now I'm going to liberally put this seasoning onto the outside of the chicken. Remember, I already have quite a bit on the inside. So I'll go ahead and shake this out and put it all over the chicken. Okay, as you can see, I have put that seasoning very liberally all over the chicken. And so now I'm going to work to put this inside the Possible Cooker. So I'm going to be changing over my position on the camera, and then I'll come back and I'll show you placing this in the cooker and also inserting the probe. I'll be right back. Okay, I have preheated this for about 15 minutes, and I was preheating on the bake setting at 400 degrees. I turned that off and I inserted the probe over here. You can see that that probe is inserted here to the side. Come over here, turn it on. I'm going to go back to bake, which is here, and then I'm going to come over here and choose protein. Actually, I'll pick that, which is the probe setting. I'm telling the system I have the probe connected. Come over to here, and here I'm going to choose protein, temperature of protein. So I'm going to go fish, beef, chicken, and that's where I'm going to go with the chicken. So now I'm just going to press start, which is here, and I'll be putting that probe in the chicken in just a few minutes. Okay, I put the probe in here. I'm going to take off the lid, and then I'm going to place this chicken just right inside the Ninja Possible Cooker. So I'm going to slide that off like that. Now you need to put the lid back on, and right through here is where you need to insert the probe. It's going in right through that grommet, which is right there. Okay, so go ahead and just put that right in there. Now I want you to see that its current temperature is 52 degrees Fahrenheit. The probe is in the chicken, as you can see here, and it went through that grommet, which is right there. So that's how we're going to do this. Now I'm going to come back in a little while and show you exactly how this turned out and how long it took to get to 165 degrees. All right, my friends, we're coming up on the moment of truth. Here's 165 degrees on the Ninja Possible Cooker, and we're waiting to see what happens. Okay, so what happened was that at 169 degrees, it finally shut off the cooking mode and went into keep warm. So it went 4 degrees over the preset temperature of 165. I did not set that temperature. The Ninja Possible Cooker set the temperature, the preset of 165. It went to 169. All right, my friends, I'm ready to take this chicken out of the Ninja Possible Cooker. And as you could see, that it did not shut off at 165 as the preset was set for, but it did shut off at 169. So it overshot it by about 4 degrees. So that's not too bad, right? But a little disappointing that it didn't stop right on the dime. Anyway, I'm going to take this chicken out, and we're going to use an instant read thermometer and check the temperature of that and see how close it is to what the Ninja says the probe setting is. Okay, so let me get that set up. I'll get the chicken out. We'll be right back. Okay, I'll take the probe out of here, out of the bird, and then move over this lid. I will tell you, it smelled great the whole time it was cooking. I mean, it just smelled fantastic in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and test it now with an instant read, and we'll see where we are. So right now it's 74 degrees inside of the house. So I'll set this inside and tell you what it reads. So I want to show you that the temperature the instant read said is 147 degrees. Now over on this side, it does show 162, but that's still not 169 where it was showing that it was on the probe. Now on the leg it does show 185, and on the thigh it does show 188. So I do think the chicken is done. So I'm going to take it out now, out of the Ninja Possible Cooker, and let it rest for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and see how things are going. So I'm just taking this lemon and just squeezing it. That's what popped out of the bird. And I'll just squeeze this over the chicken, which makes it taste even better. So here's the chicken. Here's how it came out. I did mess up the seasonings on the top. And by the way, off camera, I did add some other spices to this chicken as opposed to just the roasted chicken from Kinder's. I did add an herb blend, dried herb blend, and I sprinkled that all over the top. So I did that off camera because I forgot, and just letting you know that I added that to that. Okay, I'm gonna let this rest now for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna come back and show you in about 5 minutes for me, 5 seconds for you, and come back and tell you how this worked out. Be right back. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes over here for me, and so I'm just gonna test this chicken, and I will tell you that it's steamed pretty well here on the top. It's not crispy at all. I don't know why I expected it to be a little crispy, but it's not. Maybe it's just too much steam, but I didn't put any water in the slow cooker and had it on bake mode. If we had this on bake mode in the regular oven, we would have certainly have seen some browning on top. The first bite of the chicken for the breast was good. I did taste the texture, feel the texture, that it was starting to kind of tighten up. Let me check the dark meat. This is just a piece of the leg meat. The leg meat is moist, but a little tight, as I would expect from a chicken that went over the time, or over the temperature, rather. So, am I pleased with this purchase and the probe? I would say it's probably a no-go for me. Like many Ninja products, I don't think their temperature probes work well. In my opinion, this should have shut off at 165 degrees when the machine was saying it was at 165. When it went to 166, that should have been the cutoff right there. And my other units, like my Typher air fryer that has the probe, I'm telling you that when it gets to the temperature and just goes over the mark, it shuts off immediately. No question asked. This one should have done the same thing. I've experienced the same thing with the Ninja outdoor grills. Same thing with the probes, and that's why I no longer use them, even though I spent extra money to buy the units that would actually work. The probes would actually work on the app and all that. They did not work. They shot over or under all the time, and that's why I started using a third-party probe. You know, as expensive as proteins are today, you want things to turn out well. And I think that when you're using probes like this and they're telling you it will turn off automatically at a certain temperature, it should do that. And so that's why I think I'm a little disappointed with this unit. But I can tell you that I will not be counting on this temperature probe to be working well. All right, that's my honest opinion of this Ninja PossibleCooker Pro with the temperature probe. I think it's an epic fail, and I would not recommend it. All right, thanks again for watching the video. Really do appreciate you. Please do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, and also tell your friends. If you have not subscribed already, of course, I always want you to subscribe, and that helps us grow. Well, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.